Hello Virgos, welcome to your mid-month. Okay, this is for September 2019. We're just looking in, it's like a tune-up. We're looking in at the energies. So Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, your insight for Virgos for the middle of September 2019? What do you see? What do they need to know to reach their higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to the divine? Any messages you have would be greatly appreciated for Virgo 2019. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. If it resonates, consider personal reading. Race info and email are below. Alrighty, so can you please show me general energies mid-month for Virgo? What are the general energies mid-month for Virgo? We have the Page of Peppermills in the upright. I'm going to start working on my 2020 Sun Moon readings. I'm taking those by request, so post up your requests in the comments for your 2020 Sun Moon prediction reading. Okay, in the challenge position, we have the 8 of Oysters in reversed. Advice, we have the 10 of Hats in the upright. Ready? Other things, check out my playlist. My 2019 Sun Moon readings are in there if you want to check those out. My compatibility readings. Check me out on Facebook and Insta, where I upload weeklies and weekends, and I'm also on the Instant Go app if you need a quick answer to a question. $4.98, and you get it in 24 hours. Alrighty, and moving forward from this reading, or moving out of September into October, depending on when you see this reading, we have the Fool card in reverse for Virgos. So I will be pulling clarifiers as we go. So let's start off with the Page of Peppermills here. So, first of all, the pages to me are always the seed or they're the spark of something. They're not the action. So for some of you, you have an idea in regards to doing something, maybe a project. It can be an idea. It can be approaching a person, making a connection. But the thing that drives the Page of Peppermills, it's about creativity. So it's usually something that's creative. It's usually something that is passion driven, something that inspires you, something that lights your fire, so to speak. So this could be a person, like I said, or this could be a project. It's also a card of communication, so you might be having communications with somebody, and it's really vibing right now. So there's a lot of back and forth, open communication. When you're talking, they listen. When they're talking, you listen, and so on. So it could be any or all of the above, actually. Challenge position, we have the 8 of Oysters. So try as you might, something is not happening in the middle of September. Try as you might, you're not getting to where you want to go in regards to something, and as a result, I mean, obviously, if you keep on hammering at the same nail, you're gonna start losing your ambition. It's gonna start getting tedious. It's gonna start being like, what's the point? Okay, so I feel like this is the challenge, and maybe this is why the Page of Peppermills is happening. You're trying to figure out a way to inject life into something, or to get your mojo back, or to get excited about something again, and that's what I'm sort of seeing now. In the advice position, we have the 10 of Hats in the upright. So the 10 of Hats in the upright really is one of the best cards that you can have out of the tarot deck, in my opinion. But what it's asking for here, is really kind of doing a deep search, okay? So they're asking, what fulfills you emotionally? What fills all 10 of your cups? What is your thing that's going to make you happy as a person? And happy is very subjective to me. I'm just using it as a general term here, but what needs to be done? Who do you have to be with? I mean, we want to find happiness, within ourselves, not within somebody else. But, sometimes we think about, okay, what would our perfect mate be? What's a hobby that you've always wanted to do that you think is going to help you grow as a person? Things in that regard. So they're really calling it, the advice is, find out what makes you happy, what drives you, or what fills your cup. And I feel like this is gonna happen. You'll feel inspired, you'll feel passionate about life again. Now, be careful, because don't do anything haphazard. Okay, so you know, I could be telling you this and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what, you're right, I'm going to jump out of an airplane without a parachute. Okay, you know, do base jumping or something like that. You don't want to do that with this Fool card, because the Fool card is about just jumping into something. It's going to the other end of the pendulum, so to speak, the other side of the pendulum. So you don't want to just do something to do something and just say, you know what, I'm going to break out of this shell and I'm going to do something just so I can start a new energy or what have you. And the Fool card is one of those cards that when you do that, immediately after doing it, you realize why you shouldn't have done it. You know the consequences, or you get consequences, you realize, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have thought things out a little bit more. So I don't want you all to go right from, you know, being planning perfect, having some sort of plan, to being like, oh, I don't give a fuck, I'm just gonna do it. You don't want to do that. Okay, at least that's what I'm getting from this. So can you please provide clarification on the Page of Peppermills? Why is the Page of Peppermills here? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages. Page of Peppermills for Virgos. And why is the Page of Peppermills here for mid-September? Here's some kind of yard work going on outside, so I have to close the window, stop the video and close the window if it keeps on going on like it is. All right, so you all are actually thinking back to a past time. This is kind of weird to articulate. So you're going back to a past time. You're remembering what used to make your heart beat, what used to get you excited. For some of you, it's something in your past, because we have the Six of Cups in reverse. But, and I'm not saying that this part in your past was a bad thing, but I don't think the solution is to go into the past in order to find out what makes your heart beat. Especially because the Six of Cups is reversed, because that beckons for you to let go of something. So you might be going into the past for the wrong reasons. Some of you, and I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to lie about this, I'm sure I'll get ripped up about this, but if it's true, own it. Some of you are actually going back in the past because you had an affair, and it was dangerous, it was fun, it was nobody knew about it. And it was passionate. You know how when you have an affair or someone doesn't know, or it's a cheating scenario, it's really passionate, it's exciting, like every day. And some of you are actually going back and thinking about that. And even though it wasn't the healthiest relationship to have, it made you happy. I think because it was dangerous and what have you. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an affair. What I'm getting for some of you is, and it's really hard to articulate because I'm feeling it, but something happened that was naughty, okay? Something happened that you shouldn't have done. It didn't necessarily have to be an affair. It was just something, and it made you feel alive, and it made you feel happy, but happy sort of in the like, I shouldn't be doing this, but man, this is fun. This is really fun, and I feel like it spoke to the daredevil aspect of you. So this Page of Peppermills is you trying to recreate that, or seeing if you can at least replicate that feeling or get that feeling back. Although with the Eight of Oysters in reverse, I'm feeling like how you're going about it is not bearing fruit. It's not necessarily working out for you. Why is this Eight of Oysters here? Who is this person? What's this energy? Additional messages for the Eight of Oysters in reverse for Virgos. Mid-September. Who is this person? What is this energy? Why the Eight of Oysters in reverse? Yeah, you can't make it happen. Page of Pentacles is in the challenge position, so whatever this is that you're working on to make happen, you can't get it off the ground. The idea is great. In theory, it's great, but in principle, it's not working. It's how you're going about it is what I'm getting. It's not what it actually is. And I think over here, the how you're going about it, going into your past, going, wow, that was really fun, that was really thrilling. Can I duplicate it? Trying to duplicate it or replicate from something in your past is not going to work. And that's where I think this fails. Page of Cups in the upright, looking for that beginning. Both of the pages are here. So you're having a hard time starting something, planting a seed that emotionally fulfills, that's grounded, that's going to work out. You're having a hard time coming up with some kind of plan to make yourself happy, which is kind of interesting. We have the Judgment card here, so I'm almost feeling like you might be trying to connect with somebody that brings this feeling out in you. And it's a challenge for you to do so. And the judgment card here is to say, since it's in the challenge position, that you aren't judging this situation as you should. It's a challenge for you to kind of step back and say, okay, I shouldn't be doing this. This is not a good thing. I shouldn't replicate or duplicate this. It was good when it kind of happened. It served its purpose, but it doesn't have a place in your life right now. And I feel like you're lacking judgment in regards to that. So whatever that is, whatever you guys are up to. So the advice card, they're trying to get you, don't go in your past. Figure out what fulfills you emotionally now in the present with what's around you. Work with what you have around you rather than what was. Why is the Ten of Cups here? For Virgos in the advice position, who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages. Ten of Hats, sorry. Okay, we have the Justice card in reversed. Because they're telling you if you don't do this, and the Justice card is a card of Libra, that if you go about it in the wrong way, if you go about it for the wrong reasons, it isn't going to turn out the way you want it to. It's not going to turn out the way you envision it to. Okay, there's not going to be a very good outcome to this. And you're not being fair to yourself either. Work with what you have in the present. The advice card, Magician, manifest a new cycle, meaning, you know, let go of whatever this was. This is, I just feel like you're trying to work with something in your past and bring it in the present, and they're trying to get you to manifest something in your present. They're saying, wherever, you know, however you wave your magic wand, whatever you kind of concentrate on in the present with what you have, you can make it happen. You can manifest a different type of happiness. You don't have to keep on going back to this point. Three of Swords indicates to me this was that there was heartbreak associated with this. Disappointment, depression. Don't go back to this for the wrong reasons. Don't try to make this happen for the wrong reasons too. I got with the Three of Swords, mending a broken heart. Even though that's not what the Three of Swords is. I feel like this is what you're trying to do. You think this is going to mend or this is going to heal something. But I keep on getting you're going about it in the wrong way. Try a different angle. I don't feel like this is a interesting spread. Why is the Fool card here in reverse for Virgos mid-month? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages? Why is the Fool card here in reverse as they move on from this reading and or out of September into October? Yeah, I feel like you guys, be careful, because I'm worried that you guys are going to take some sort of crazy chance, have unrealistic expectations, because you feel like the walls are closing in around you, and it isn't gonna work. I'm not asking you to do anything foolhardy to break away from this. For some of you, I'm getting a situation where people see you a certain way. You're really predictable. They see you a certain way. They always think they know what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And you're trying to break out of that. And that might be this from your past. People in the past have kind of viewed you this way. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to create a new self. But how you're doing it here is radical and reckless. Here I'm getting, let me do something that nobody would expect of me. Let me not just think about it. Let me just do it. But it's going to have its downsides to it. And I'm getting that with the Nine of Wands in reverse, where the walls are closing in around you and you want to do something radical. But the Nine of Cups in reverse, it speaks to me of you having an unrealistic outcome from this. Thinking that this risk is going to radically change things. But it doesn't. You're going about it the wrong way. I don't know what it is. Post up in the comments. And not only that, with Empress card in reverse, it's inhibiting growth. So your spiritual growth is being inhibited because of this path that you're taking, or how you're going about doing things that you think is productive and it's not. It's counterproductive. I actually have a saying recently. It's not helping you evolve. It's causing you to devolve. Okay. So, and I don't even know if devolve is a word. I just think it sounds really fancy. So that's what I feel is happening. So if this resonates for you, and if you're doing this, you need to do it a different way. I feel like this is very haphazard. And for some of you, I almost feel like, and this is really weird, some of you might have an adrenaline addiction. So you're remembering a time like when things were really exciting and they were dangerous, they were risky. How can you make that? What else can you do to kind of make that happen? To recreate that. And that's what I'm finding problematic. I don't feel that doing that in your current life is going to be conducive or is going to work out well from what I'm seeing here, but you're going back to the old ways of doing things to break yourself out of something. I don't know. It's very kind of like... So if it does resonate, consider personal reading. Rates, info, and email are below. Just send me an email. We can make that happen. Keep in mind, I'm working on my 2020 Sun Moon predictions. Make sure you post your requests up in the comments, and I will put you in queue for that. Check out my playlist. You'll see my 2019 Sun Moon readings, my compatibility readings, which I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get back to. Cuspers, check out my Cusper reading when I put it up for September. Check me out on Insta, check me out on Facebook, and if you need an answer to a question, check me out on Instant Go. One answer, $4.98. I will turn it in 24 hours. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Good luck to my Virgos. Bye.